Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Ain't No Place for a Hero is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. A gritty, cutthroat world where politics, sorcery, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Treachery and murder both come cheap, and characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 152 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The party have decided to turn their attention back to the secrets of Tarak Nev, and now find themselves exploring the terrible Dead City. We rejoin our heroes as they begin to gain more ground in the gruelling, vicious combat under the ruined temple. Hello, my name is Chris, and as the words say on screen, welcome to our story. Oh, I should say, my name is Chris, alternatively known in this game and on this channel as GM Chance. And yes, indeed, as the words say on screen, welcome to our story. What is our story? What tale are we telling this evening? Well, again, the title of our game is up on screen. It's a tabletop role-playing campaign, and the title is Ain't No Place for a Hero. The game system that we use is a game dating all the way back to the early 1980s. That game is called Rolemaster. It's known in role-playing circles as quite a crunchy, quite a rules-intensive game. And indeed, I've been playing it since the 1980s, and it's my favourite tabletop role-playing game. In any good game, in any good story, you need protagonists. You need people, you need characters to drive the story forward. And we are very fortunate to have a large collection of characters, and you can see the faces up on screen in our game this evening. Large collection of characters, slightly less large collection of players that play those characters. 8 faces on screen, 5 players of those 8 characters, and if you do the maths, quite a number of the players have more than one character. In a second or so, we're going to turn over to the players behind the characters to introduce their character a little bit more by way of what we term in this channel character development questions, or just simply some questions that just help understand the character a little bit more. Before we do, the kind of the regular cadence of the game, the regular beat of the game is for me to say right at this moment, which I'm about to say, thank you very much indeed for all of the supporters, the kind people that follow us online, that provide advice, thoughts, encouragement, suggestions, etc., etc., etc. It really is appreciated. Keep it coming. We love it. We love feedback. To anybody that has maybe found us for the first time, or perhaps has watched a couple of these and you're enjoying it, you're enjoying the stories that we tell, you like us as a group of people, you enjoy the rules and just the whole vibe, we'd really appreciate a like down below, or better, much, much better, a subscribe. A couple of seconds from you clicking a button down below really does help the YouTube algorithm help connect into other people that might be interested in our stories. Thanks very much. All right, as mentioned, we're going to hear from the players, and we're kicking off tonight with Alex. Alex, the mic is all yours.
Thank you, Kia ora. I'm Alex. I play Keris. Very unattractive, very short. I've just clicked that has changed since the incident. she's a weather mage, and she has her trusty companion Victory by her side. I made the comment earlier off camera that the only thing that Keros / her owner remembers out of this whole campaign is death and the cat. So with that, I'm going to answer 2 questions very briefly, which is and great questions again tonight, very hard to pick from. What's the most emotional reunion your character has ever experienced? Which would be the return to life, the considerable and significant effort that went in when Keros lost her last, what's it called, death save. And just, yeah, it was just the incredible work that went into bringing her back. And obviously the reunion with the party was very, very emotional for her. And the second question I want to answer is, what's the most sacred or significant object your character has encountered? Not that she's an object, but obviously the most sacred and significant character Keros has encountered is Victory the cat. That's hands down the most valuable player each week. So yeah, couldn't be without her cat.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Who would you like to hear from, Alex?
Could we please hear from Pete?
Sure thing. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I second that about Victory. Yep, she's our mascot. She's our so much as revolves around her, which is great, the way it should be. Kia ora, I'm Pete, and I'll be playing 2 characters tonight. First of which is Leif. I'd like to answer which one. Oh, that one. Okay. What's the most unexpected ally your character has gained? Very unexpected. When we were in the city of Manta, I believe it was. We were at a dinner and we just happened to encounter this other party of adventurers, and we sort of there was a connection to do with a dying man on a ship that had been the torture ship. I think we like to refer to it as the dying man on the torture ship's daughter was in this party of adventurers. So we decided to make the connection. Just we were inspired to do that. Don't know why, and they did become allies. And at some point we went on some rather wild adventures together. But yeah, I think it was a divine, sort of plan, basically, that we somehow just meet these people, become allies, and sort of we just, synced with them miraculously twice, I think. But yeah, and I think it was great fun. Of course, that's the other party. That's the Twilight of the Old Order party.
Technically, 3 times you met with them.
3 times? Oh.
Once at the dinner party, once before the in-between, and a third time back in Genova Rima.
True.
Ritana.
Yeah, Ritana. We went to the dinner party, then we split for a little while, and then true. That brings during that split, that brings me to my other character, which is Mithan, and she'd like to answer the same one as Alex did. What's the most sacred or significant object your character has encountered? During that split from the other guys, it wasn't, again, she's not an object. We went and we met the Oracle of Pytha. During that time when the parties were away from each other. She's quite a significant religious figure in the Rolemaster faith. She was at the Tower of Pytha, which is, I believe, where the Holy Spear of Minos, I think I said that right, which is the spear that slew Roldan, is housed. And so it's a very it's a pilgrimage site, and it's a very, very holy sort of place. But I don't think we saw the spear. I can't remember. But we certainly met the Oracle, and I think she was quite taken aback with us. I think we impressed her quite a lot. A lovely experience for all.
Do you want to describe in 2 seconds what happened? This was before we started recording, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. We throughout this campaign, we've been, I would like to say, touched by gods and demons. We've had visions, we've had things happening around us, and one of those things is this sort of ethereal light would come off us. And that started happening when we were at the Oracle of Pytha, and she saw it, and it freaked her out, and she jumped off the tower. So and we got blamed. You know, we were accused of assassination. She chose to jump. I'll have to. Yeah. Anyway, it was a terrible episode. Like, what do we do now? Can we please? Oh God, can we please hear from Graham?
Yeah, I think it was something we said. I can't remember what we said. It might have been the tentacles.
It might have been the tentacles.
I'm playing 2 characters. Well, 1 tonight. One I'm not playing is Ethanol. She's dead. But if anyone asked her if anyone resuscitated the most sacred or what the most unexpected ally she had gained, she would probably say the.
Oh, are you guys losing part of Graham's speech? Yeah, I'm getting nods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start again.
You know, we can hear you, but your last few syllables are being cut off for some reason.
Okay. Most unexpected ally my character has gained is the party itself. I think in all its glory. She didn't expect to make friends as such, and quite a strange and disparate bunch. And so yeah, she didn't see that coming, but she's happy to have such steadfast allies. The other character I'm playing is Etienne. What's the most significant or sacred object your character has encountered? I probably was the wrong way around because I'm going to talk about something that he wasn't there, but the party found a dagger in very early on in our adventures. It's my hourly disconnect from my server.
Is that what it was?
Right. And a dagger that we feel is going to be significant, and clearly sacred. And who knows, we might find an associated sword, maybe sometime soon, which would be good. And then maybe things will start to go our way.
Excellent.
Can I pass to Giles?
Certainly.
Yeah, thanks, Graham. So I played Tarquin, a good-looking half-elf. And the question I'm going to ask is, what's Tarquin's most emotional reunion that he's ever experienced? So he's a very late adolescent. Tarquin and his best friend Simeon were sent from their village to the free city of Jebai, Babylon, to learn new skills, meet new people. And when there, Tarquin worked for a year in the pleasure houses of the Nine Vales. Had quite a fun time for that year, and then had to go home with Simeon to his parents, who he then met, and that's probably his most emotional reunion, but not in a good way. So life was fun in Jebai, Babylon, but not fun at home. Didn't really get along with his parents at all. So yeah, that's him.
And who did he meet in Jebai, Babylon?
Well, yes, so he met a member of this party, no less than Etienne, who was not Gilderflower at that point. But yes, and that's kind of how Tarquin ended up with this party later on. So yeah, that's Tarquin, and where he kind of linked into this party prior to this party.
Nice one.
And with that, I hand over to Aidan, who I don't think we've heard from.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, thank you. I'm Aidan, and I'm playing 2 characters tonight as well. I think the first question I'll answer is, it's probably quite an obvious one, but what's the most emotional reunion your character has experienced? And that would be, of course, Keros coming back from the dead. Gray is a bit of a quiet, introverted bushman. He's very bad with the ladies, but he has developed a very intense feelings for Keros, so he was quite excited to be part of the team that helped bring her back. And yeah, it was very important, a very special moment for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Demos, my other character, what is the most intricate piece of craftsmanship your character has seen? I would actually say it would be Gray. Gray likes to whittle little wooden animals,
Mm-hmm.
and he gives them as like little gifts to members of the party. And Gray made one for Demos, and it's quite special.
Nice.
Very well crafted.
I'd like to hear
With
more
that sort
about
of stuff.
Gray's whittling and who he gives his next one to.
Definitely Keros.
Right. Excellent. Well met, one and all. Gentle viewer, gentle listener, that is the party. And for some reason, where is my Discord gone out of that? That's annoying. I'll come back to that in a second. That's the party, and you can see the characters' names up on screen. Pete, now is the time to hand over to you. I'm just having a very, very minor little Discord hiccup there. It's picking up one of my Discord screens and not the other one. So I'm going to hand over to you with a rough map, an overview of the game, where it was left last time, and I'm going to jump back just while I do a little bit of technical stuff. So if you see the screen change, I may not be keeping up with your narrative. But if you can just talk us through kind of from what you can see on screen and give us an update of what happened last time. There is one thing that the GM would like to explain, one thing that I wasn't particularly clear on last time. So at the end of your description of what happened last time, Pete, there's something I want to comment on. So if I don't, remind me to. Pete, take it away, please.
Sure thing. Cool, thanks, Chris. Great. So last session started sort of mid-combat or mid, in rounds anyway, in the U-shaped corridor, as you can see on screen, with baddies up the right-hand side, the party off to the room to the right in the straight across bit of the U, and then Leif and Tarquin in the left-hand bit of the U. So Gray got out of the way, was the first thing that happened, and so Tarquin was really keen to go. Yeah, thank you. All the way down into what I'm calling the Athenal's room. It's her room, yeah. She's pinned to, sort of stuck on the wall by spikes. Sorry, Graham, not to be too insensitive. So Tarquin was having a look and keen to go there. Leif was sort of at the corner, back up the corner, on watch for him. I believe the wall had come down quite. So we'd had this wall that had been put up in front of these baddies, these undead zombie men. Not sure quite what they are. And it had been being torn down by these tentacles we'd seen through the gaps. At this point, Demos decided to move sort of out of the room he was in and across in front of that wall and trying to move into the flat part of the U, if you know what I mean. And unfortunately, he was sort of first to move into their line of sight, the bad guys, and he was attacked basically. These sort of mental attack spells, I'm not sure quite what they are. I think a couple of people have suffered from them. Mithan certainly did. Somehow got him, not sure what's happened, and he collapsed. So poor old Demos, sort of pretty much in the corner, I believe, by the lantern. Not ideal. As the wall was down enough, Keros popped her head up. I think she got attacked as well, actually, with one of these mental attacks, but she sort of fought it off, and then she fired a wonderful cold ball down the hallway, not at these guys, and not sure how. It wasn't a particularly good roll, unfortunately. And then Mithan stuck her head out and put a wood wall, and we can see it there, another wall up to sort of block, sort of partition the baddies, and she put it up behind the tentacle guy, so we sort of had isolated him. The following round, we were wondering to see if the tentacle man was going to come towards us so we could attack him, but he didn't. He kept to himself. He pulled more of the wall down. Keros popped out and ice bolted him, as she is wont to do, and unbeknownst to us, but the crit actually killed him in 3 rounds. He was not a happy fellow, but we didn't know that he was still there. So Gray moved up to him and attacked him. Sort of he was frontline melee attack on the tentacle guy. At that point, also in the other part of the corridor, Tarquin cast facades on himself and moved into so he'd make himself look like one of those zombies in case there was something that was going to attack him, and moved into Neathanel's. Following round, Gray kept attacking this tentacle guy. Let me see, where's my little notes there? Yes, sorry. And as Tarquin moved into that room, fantastic. He called out, so I think the whole party could hear, or at least Leif could, and Leif passed it on, that he could see what we decided, what we've identified as Defiler's Bane. So in Neanderthal's room is the sword that we've been seeking. So that was like very exciting news. Tarquin was sort of talking with Leif, a bit of a shouted conversation about if he should go and grab the sword, and I think they decided perhaps it was a bit risky. But yeah. Gray kept attacking the tentacle guy and actually ended up killing him. So he's sort of dead twice. He really was. So great work from Gray. And at that point, Etienne called Leif for some light. So Leif moved up and cast a light spell on the wall. Yeah, right there. Thank you. Because figured we needed light in that corridor if we could continue to fight these things. At that time, I think Tarquin decided, now I'm a bit unclear on this, Tarquin in Neathanel's room decided to move closer, I think, moved up closer to the sword, and we all sort of heard this voice. The voice we'd sort of heard in the main temple upstairs, a language we couldn't understand, but this big booming voice, and it spoke for a little while, and I then think there was a fire sound. I'm not sure. Did you want to say anything about that, Giles? No, that's pretty much what, yeah, we're not entirely sure exactly what happened because no one was there apart from Tarquin. He perhaps hasn't had a chance to tell us all. That's pretty much it. Tarquin came back out of Nathanel's room and Leif went back to join him. Mithan cast healing on Keros. And at that point, the new wall, there'd been smashing sounds from it, but this new wood wall was still reasonably intact.
Perfect. Nice one, Pete. Excellent job, as always. A lot goes on in these games, and really appreciate you taking notes and keeping up to speed with what happened. Perfect. Great narration. So just quickly, where characters are. Mithan here. Gray in here, Etienne around the corner, Keros behind him, Leif at the corner, Tarquin, who resembles, by the way, this person here. So Tarquin has changed his features. Tarquin now looks like that. Leif, you're aware of that, but no one else in the party is aware that that's what Tarquin looks like. That is... Sorry? Yep. Two quick comments from me. So yes, the sequence was Tarquin went further into the room, and Leif, you heard, and you can hear in the background, flames. Leif can hear it. Arguably, Keros and... Whoops. What's that flashing? That's what it is. Arguably, Keros and Etienne can hear the flames. Certainly, Leif can. Others maybe not. But you all heard the very loud, booming female voice that you described, Pete. The one thing that I wasn't clear on last time was that the booming voice started and is actually still going. So it's been now 2 rounds, 20 seconds of Tarquin going into the room and then coming out again. And that booming voice is still echoing down the corridor. Tarquin and Leif, you hear it very loudly. Everybody hears it. But Tarquin and Leif hear it very loudly. Others hear it. But it's still going. So it's been 20 seconds so far. So talking... wasn't just a simple statement, but it's whatever is being said is quite lengthy. That's where we're going to begin, unless there are any qualifying questions in case anything's not clear. Any questions that people have, let me know. Pete, something? Yep. Yes?
Sorry, yeah, so, and you might have just said it. So Leif and Tarquin can hear it clearly. What's Mithan's hearing of it like?
She can hear a booming woman's voice. More muffled, certainly in a language that she can't understand. I mean, it's not screaming, but it's certainly loud.
Oh, because she's got the earbuds, and if she was to and in her estimation, if she was to activate them, would she be able to hear what the voice was? I mean, yeah.
partway through.
Right, the words are distinct enough, though. I mean, it's not the muffled like in the distance. It's she can hear words.
Leif would get a someone in Leif's position would be able to hear it without. I would ask for a perception roll for Mithun. It's far enough away, and round a couple of corners, and just that little bit further away. So no, she can make out the occasional word, but she would need a good perception roll to actually hear it.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions, comments, anything that's not clear, anything we need to go over?
We're clueless about the language, aren't we?
Yes. You do all hear, actually, within probably 20 seconds, two familiar words. Tarek, Nev. Certainly Leif and Tarquin hear that name, the name of the city that you're in. All right. No other questions? Going once, going twice. Okay, we are going to, in a second, if you're all sitting comfortably, let's start the game. And yes, indeed, we are into rounds. We are off into rounds. Before I roll the initiative, any changes to initiative I need to be aware of. Someone with an arrow on the string, someone ready to go with a spell, going once, going twice. We're off. You encounter rolling initiative. Initiative is now rolled, and we're off. First person to act as Leif.
He's going to call out. Sort of an FYI. Tarquin now looks like one of the zombies. He's calling that to the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
And he would also like to call out what happened to Demos. Is he okay?
Okay.
And he'd like to save the rest of his action depending on that response he gets.
All right. Okay. Gray is next.
Sorry. So is just trying to figure out where he is in relation to Demos. Can he see Demos? Did he see what happened?
Yeah, totally. So Demos, yes, indeed. Demos is in a crumpled heap right there, and you saw right in front of your eyes Demos vainly. It was quite tragic to kind of see. Poor Demos is injured. He's kind of pulling himself across the ground with his spear. He's hobbling on one leg. He's badly maimed, and he just kind of uttered it wasn't even a particularly dramatic cry. It was just kind of almost like a small and then he just collapsed. And is lying motionless, dead, you're not sure, but right there.
Is he kind of in the line of fire or anything?
100%. Yep, there's the wood wall. So he stepped out when the earth wall was relatively low and fell. So he's right, you can see him right there, Gray. He's a matter of and you saw what happened. You saw that happen to him. He's 5 foot away from you. He's right in front of you.
Okay. I think he would quite like to probably just like pull him into like a safe kind of place where he wasn't kind of exposed.
Okay. If you use all of your action this round, I'm going to say you can do that without effort, without any kind of maneuver. I mean, hang on. How strong? How big is? Just give me a sense. How big and heavy is Demos, and how strong is?
Demos is definitely bigger than Gray. Sorry, my computer is being very unhelpful. He weighs 210 lbs. I'm not sure what that is.
Pounds. Yep.
And Gray weighs 145 lbs.
Oh, okay. That's 50 pounds more. You know, he's a big. How strong is Gray?
He's quite strong. His strength is 91, but plus 16.
Strong, but Demos is a big. I'd forgotten that Demos was such a chunky guy.
He's a bigger beast.
Yeah, look, I am going to ask for a roll for that, please, because I think it could be material in the game. It's going to be a moving maneuver. It's going to be non all or nothing. So if you don't get 100% this round, it means you're just slow at dragging him. It's a tiny distance that you're trying to drag him, and you are quite strong. So I'm going to say it's an easy maneuver based on your strength. Give me a roll, please.
Does it help if he like wiggles his arms a bit or like anything beforehand? Does a little stretch?
No, he is of course carrying both a sword, an axe, and shield. So you're going to have to tell me what he does with those.
Oh, okay. Well, he's definitely not moving very far because he's just rolled a 6. So he's just going to nudge him, I guess. Hopefully, he can tell if he's alive from that.
Okay, what do you do with your
weapons
and your shield?
He would probably hold onto his shield if he could, but he'd put down his axe because he'd probably want to use the shield to protect himself and Demos.
Okay.
As he was moving forward.
Where do you put the axe?
It would just be down by the wall, I guess, like kind of near where Nathan is. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice and close if he needs to jump back to
Cool. So he reaches out. It's almost nothing. He grabs Gray. He rolls a 6 plus 16. Even on a light maneuver, it's 22. 70%. Look, he's using only one hand because he's got a shield. It's basically the issue is maybe his hands are covered in sweat or something, and when he first grabs Demos's legs to pull him, his hands come away because he's sweaty. Grabs them, Demos again, and yanks
Demos
him.
does baby oil his legs as well.
Understandable, he's got very nice legs.
Yeah, he's got beautiful legs.
So look, you've basically got him, and it was a pathetic, tiny distance. You've yanked most of it in. He's just not all in. So Gray, you're back inside the room, and there's a bit of Demos sticking outside.
Okay. At least he's slightly covered.
Yep. And Demos is bizarrely floating for some reason. There we go. There you go. Cool. That's all of your action, Gray. Moving on. Keros is next.
Keros.
Sorry, just a reminder, plus 10 to everything.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah, plus 10 and minus whatever, because poor Keros. Although we're not playing that now, are we? No.
We're not playing the... Okay, so actually, good point for some of our more attentive listeners. For our really attentive listeners, you may recall that Keros has come back from the dead, and she got a whole bunch of nasty permanent damage coming back from the dead. One of those was that if she takes damage, she potentially passes out. It's been a while since Keros was injured, and then it was a while since she took damage, and both Keros's player, Alex, and the GM and others forgot that was the case. That is going to be back in play, but not from this session. I've given dispensation to say a freebie for this scenario, but after that it will happen. So that was a long way of saying no, not for that effect this particular session. What do you do, Keros?
She might do something she's probably never done before in prep.
Okay. Wow. It's getting serious. All right. She has 10% action left. Does she do anything else with her 10%?
Can she do a perception?
Give me a roll.
Okay. Sorry, sticky keyboard. 12?
12, it's master, of course.
Yep.
What's her perception?
That's a good question. Hold the phone. I should know that off by heart. Yeah, no, plus 35.
Okay. Minus 20 because it's just a 1 second glance or listen. she doesn't pick up any more information other than faint noise behind the wall, and of course, as described, this woman's voice, bellowing woman's voice that's now been speaking for 30 seconds. That's Karos' turn.
Cool. Thank you.
Next is Etienne.
He's going to prepare.
Uh-huh.
And he'd like to remind everyone to keep talking about what they're doing. We all know.
Cool. All right.
And he said, I'm preparing.
Okay. Okay, great. Excellent. Thank you very much. For some reason, Life's Light is doing strange things. Let's move it here, actually. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, that might be it. That was it. That was it. Okay, great. Mithan is next.
She will. Because she's not aware of what happened to Demos, is she?
No. She
No,
see
no.
it.
No. Cool. She will. Yeah, she will second. You know, does Demos need healing? Oh no. Now she can see him, I suppose. And so she will call out. I'll put a wall up behind the next one, and then she'll prep for the rest of the round, please.
Okay. Done. Tarquin.
Just before I do anything, Chris, can you just have a very quick look in the Tarquin GM channel? I just popped a question in there for you.
Yep, sure thing. Just going to switch my screen to this one so others can't see it. Yep, great. Yes. Is that good?
Yep, that's perfect. Thank you. So I think if the I didn't realise the voice was carrying on talking.
Yep.
Okay. He will re-enter the room. How
Okay.
much of his turn will it take him to do that?
To step, I'd say 10%. He can just basically step across the threshold.
Cool. And he wants to do a 70% perception, see if he can figure out where the voice is coming from.
Okay. I was a little bit. I was asking people to avert their eyes last time, but Tarquin has, I think, described to Leif, or he's kind of bellowed out to Leif. Yep. So, and
Yeah,
it's gonna get kind of messy otherwise. So Tarquin, you step into this room, and now everybody, your characters can't see it, but the players can. Tarquin, you step in, and that's what you see. As described, there are these 3 stepping stones. There is the this kind of strange shaped rock here, the sword that you can just make out here, this statue of a woman made out of metal with metal flames around her, and then these 2 statues here. They look like, I'll actually show you some more images. So, statue of the room looks like that. Sorry, the statue of the woman looks like that. The stone figures look like that. Very tall, 7.5 foot, nearly 8 foot tall, and the sword looks like that. And again, obviously, Tarquin can see this. No one else can. And then, yes, there is poor Neathanal pinioned to this sheet of something with spears. That's what you can see, Tarquin. And actually, Tarquin, your vision is better because you are effectively, you can see night as if it was day. So that's pretty much what you see. You'd like a perception roll? Give me a roll, please.
62.
62, lovely. It's masked. 62.
105. Minus 10.
Yep. Minus 25. Minus 25.
Oh, yeah, the character's minus 10.
Yes. Wrong character. Look, you're not. You can't pinpoint where the sound is coming from exactly, but you would say certainly from this part of the room, your guess would probably be the statue, but certainly down this end of the room is where the voice is coming from, continuing to talk.
I think I might try and take the ethanol out of the spikes.
Okay.
I don't know how much. I've used 80% of my action, so 20% probably gets me close to her, in which case I'll have a look to see if there's a... And I'll do it next time around.
Well, you move 10% into the room. You spend
Yeah.
30% looking around.
Oh, yes. Can I take her off? These nasty spiky things?
You could begin to. You certainly wouldn't be able to take her off this round.
I don't look poisonous. Dripping with green goo.
I don't know. Do you want to have a look? Do you want a perception?
Oh. Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll.
74.
74. Plus 105, minus 25. So you're investigating the spikes. Several things. Firstly, you can see lying around the remains of others that have been before you. There are several skeletons lying there, and you can see the remains of someone in kind of a chainmail shirt that's still pinned to the wall. Their shield is still pinned to the wall. Any items of metal that Neathanel had, her sword, rings, earrings, anything, money, everything is pinned to the wall as described. The very unpleasant looking spears, you can see them there. You can't see anything suspicious off them. What you do notice, peering for the first time more closely at this area, is some kind of flickering of light behind this.
Interesting.
That's where I'm going to leave.
I presume...
Sorry?
Sure, of course.
Yep.
I presume Neathanel looks dead.
There is a lot of blood pulled around there. She's still bleeding. A lot of blood at her feet. Her head is on her chest. At first glance, she doesn't look like she's alive.
How much of my turn have I got left, Chris?
That's it.
Fine, thank you.
And for others, just simply because we're here, that is what Tarquin has seen. Boom, boom. Back to others. That is the end of the round. Other than to say there is crashing, bashing, thumping. I won't do the sound effects, but definitely less powerful than previously. The noise and the pounding and the crunching of this wood wall, it's still being destroyed and it's in the process of being torn down, but it's not as violent probably as it was previously. You can also see the remains of the earth wall there, which is up to about waist, slightly under waist height as well. So wood wall, not reasonably intact, and earth wall. That is the end of the round. We're into the new round. Tell me if there is any changes to initiative. I don't believe there is. Going once, going twice, and we are off. Leif. Didn't get an answer to your question.
Sorry, he didn't. No, he will ask. He will inquire again, and say Tarquin is investigating, because he can see through the door, can't he?
Yes, he can see Tarquin. Yep.
You'd say Tarquin is investigating Niathnal's wall. Yeah, and he'll just hold the rest of his. I mean, can he move back so he can within sight down the corridor?
Yes. The only reason I moved him off is there is the remains of an eyeball right there, which I will get rid of actually. And it was for some reason just messing up his lantern for some reason. But yes, that's where he's been. He hasn't actually moved out of that position. Cool.
Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, he'll hold the rest of his action for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
Depending on if he on the answer from his question.
Okay. Great. You've got 70% of Demos in the door. You're in the door yourself. What do you do?
Yep, he'll pull him in.
Yep. I'm not going to ask for a roll for that. Yep. You yank him in.
And then maybe just check on his vitals. I think he's got a little bit of a first aid.
Okay.
Let me just check. Well, that might be Demos that has first aid.
Where do you put Greg?
What do I put Demos?
Demos, sorry. Yep.
Well, whatever the safest kind of place to put him would be, I guess. Like anywhere that's kind of protected by the walls, like maybe behind the pillar, so it's got
behind the pillar. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And then he just kind of wants to check on him, see if he can tell if he's alive or not.
Okay. So he drags Demos in, sticks him behind the pillar, and begin kind of making a first aid check on him. Probably require the remainder of the rounds, and I can tell you next round.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Because
is he able to? No. I mean, well,
a first aid check is generally 100% action. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
So
before he does that, then can he just make sure he's got his axe?
Okay. Yes. Yep.
The axe up.
Yep. Not the paranoid or anything, but yep. Sounds good.
No.
Cool.
Cool.
Very good. Mithan.
Mithan would like to continue to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Can she? She would like to. Oh, she can't really. Yeah, should sort of like to inch up to see if she can get a view on the wall. Where would she have to go to be able to see? Yeah, she would sort of have to stick her.
Yep. Should need to
skeleton friend.
She would need to stick her head out. Yep.
Yeah.
She can see the remains of the earth wall there. She can't see the wood wall from where she can hear banging on it, but she would actually have to look out into that corridor and look at the wood wall to see it.
Yeah. She will. So long as she's got. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, she can move 8 foot because that's 10% of her base movement rate.
Yep.
So she can continue to prepare. She will stick an eyeball, one of her own eyeballs, out into the corridor. She's wanting to keep an eye on the progress of the damage to the wall if she can, and at a moment's notice, if she sees something breaking through, she'll pull back in.
Okay.
Basically, that's that's just stands for how her observation is, and she'll call out as try and give appropriate commentary on its progress.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks.
Tarquin.
Let's go have a little look-see at this light behind the wall of spiky death. Is there a big switch with off written underneath it?
Directly in behind what appears to be a very thick piece of metal. It's just like a chunk of metal here, which has got the spikes into it. You see the following. It's a jet black rod. It's about that big. And you can see it on screen. It's kind of buzzing with this and flickering with this strange pinkish red light. It is locked in place with bands of metal around it, and it is affixed to the back of this chunk of metal. There is a second empty slot next to it. So an identical sized slot, but it is empty. So the same space and size and dimensions of the pieces of metal for a second rod or a second device next to this thing that is empty. It doesn't give off any heat, but it does give off the strange flickering light that you can see. And there is some gap in between, as you can see, just to give you a bit of a sense of space. Again, with a bit more vision. The width of the room is some 44 foot wides, 45 foot wides. From there to the slab of metal, about 34 foot. And then there's not a lot of room, but there's about 10 foot between the slab and then the rock wall behind you.
Just so I've understood correctly, Chris, essentially it looks like a second rod could be placed into the wall.
There's one here.
There's kind of like mirroring brackets, two sets of brackets, is that correct?
You got it.
And I presume in Tarquin's jaunt around this room, he hasn't seen a rod lying around. He hasn't described one.
No.
Okay, so he's going to take essentially a step to the edge of the wall. And how much am I no, sorry, Chris, to the edge of this wall of spiky death. Yep, but to it, so he's in the middle, so you want to pull him to the edge at the front of the picture. Thank you. And how much of my turn have I got left?
That was a glance. I mean, and it didn't require a perception roll for him. He can see it. His vision is really, really good because he's still got the spell in operation. 90% left. He just stepped around.
Okay, so he's going to use 30% of his turn, and what he wants to do essentially is look at the floor. And what I want to see is there any indication that this wall moves? So can he see scuff marks or lines?
Yeah.
Indication.
Yeah, sure. Give me a roll.
8.
8.
Sometimes being marked is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this could be an amazing roll. Plus 105, minus 25, because he's still feeling... His stomach is just in utter rebellion on him still. He feels awful. Barely had anything to eat. Look, Tarquin, you have a good look around. You peer at the grounds. You spend all of that rounds, or no, you spend 30% checking. You can't see any scuff marks. You can't see any indication that this has been dragged, or it's on a track, or it moves, or anything like that.
He's going to try pushing the wall hard at that edge.
Sure. Doesn't budge. Probably about 20% left.
He's going to have a go at removing the stick.
Okay. With his hands.
I really want to say chopsticks. Would he do that? He's not totally stupid. No, I don't think he's going to do that. With the remaining 20% standing at the edge of this door, he's going to yell up at Leaf and essentially describe that there's a light behind the wall, there's a glowing rod, and he's going to describe the dimensions of it and ask Leaf if him or anyone of the party has seen a similar rod, because there's a second space.
Okay. Leif, you've acted first, and you're still waiting for somebody to answer your question. I'm happy for you to use some of your rounds to have a short conversation, and Tarquin only had 20% left, so a short conversation with Tarquin. Not like hours, but a quick chat.
Oh, Leif will respond, good work. We'll keep an eye out. We've got to get rid of the baddies first.
Okay, and then I think Tarquin will say, I'm going to look in the room for a second rod. I might try removing the first one. I'll keep you posted.
Be careful.
Thanks.
Okay. Very good. That's the end of your turn. Tarquin. Keros. You've heard at least some of that, perhaps. You're here. You, bizarrely enough, prepared a spell last round.
Yes, times are tough. She's going to keep preparing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Etienne.
Can we keep preparing and shout down to Leif? Need you up here. Maybe cause a diversion.
Okay. Leif, you've had a short conversation with Tarquin, but you'd still have easily 70% left to act.
Yep. He'd like to call back to Tarquin. I've got to help this direction. Help with the baddies, with the combat, and he'd like to move up. And he'll call out, I can do a phantasm. Would that help? As he moves up, yeah.
Can I reply?
Yeah, you've got 10%. Yep.
Perfect.
Cool. Thank you. Done.
Okay. And we'll move Tarquin, Leif past Keros in a sec. Next is the end of the round, actually. Let's just have a check. Yeah, a bit more progress on the wall. Mithan, you definitely see its shudder and crunch. Here we go. And again, whatever hit it hard, and not at the top this time actually so much, but actually more in the middle, and bits of the wood are beginning to splinter. Doesn't look like it's going to come down immediately, Mithan, but it took some damage this round.
He would like to, just call that out.
Cool. End of the round. Going into the next round, tell me as I'm rolling initiative if anybody's changing. I don't think anybody is, and we are off. Great. You were checking on. You grabbed your axe and give me a first aid or something on Demos, please, just to see what you can see.
Sure. He doesn't actually have it. Is Demos that's got the actual ability. But he can tell if someone's breathing or not.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got his animal intuition.
Yep.
65.
Okay. Oops. Just move that. That's unfortunate. 65. Give me. Yeah. And give me probably intelligence. What's his intelligence? That's fine. That's enough. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see in the dark. Really hard to make out initially. Demos is breathing, but his breathing is both erratic and very shallow.
Yeah.
And he kind of and then pauses for a second, and you think that he's, and it's very hard to spot and very faint, like his breath is not strong. He doesn't appear to be in a good way at all.
Does he smell alright?
None of you guys smell good.
No.
At all. You've been in the swamp for 2 weeks. You can give me a perception roll if you like.
I think Gray's okay.
All right. I mean, to be fair, checking if someone's still breathing is a pretty basic task, so I'm going to say 60% action left.
Cool. Is Mythvan near him?
Yeah, Mythan's there.
He'd just say, I don't know, she's probably better at it, so he'd probably just say that he's still breathing, but not good.
There we go. Okay. Tarquin, back to you. Roll well this time.
I'm going to pull out the stick.
Okay. Describe what you do, please. Okay, with one hand, reach down and try to yank it out. You feel the slightest bit of tingling of energy in your hands for a second, despite the fact it's coursing with energy. It's very smooth to the touch. It's cool. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's cool, and it doesn't budge. It doesn't even remotely move.
You're on mute, Giles.
Cheers.
Really should be playing this in another room, but yeah, can't be bothered with the Switch.
No. Essentially, what it wants to do is now search this room for a second rod.
Okay.
He's not going to burn himself, obviously, so have a look on this side of the flames to start off with.
Okay, sure. Give me a perception roll, please.
Ten.
Plus 105, minus 25. Tuck, when you have a look around, you scour the walls this way, and again, your vision is very good because of the spell. The ceiling is the same height as the rest of this complex, so 10 or so foot. The one... and you see absolutely no sign of a second rod, 100% no indication. Nothing unusual that you spot about the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Yeah, this side, checking all the way around here, you can't see anything. Pretty much just as you can see on screen, bones. Yep. The remains of some mouldering. Anything metal is affixed, as described. No sign of any rods, no alcoves in the wall, nothing.
Can I remove Neathol?
You can. No, you can begin to. You won't be able to complete it this round.
That's fine. So essentially, what he wants to do is look for signs of life. So hands on the shoulders, little shake.
Yep.
And so he'll start to remove her, but he's mostly interested in signs of life.
Okay. So I think we just said it was a 40% chance to check and see if someone's breathing. You haven't got enough to do that this round, but you can begin to do that, and we'll complete that next round. So you're going up to her. She's certainly not looking good.
Cool.
Leif.
Just trying to remember if I was supposed to. No, I don't. No, cool. I'm just trying to remember if I was supposed to relay anything from Tarquin. I don't think he was. He was just conveyed. Tarquin was checking out behind the wall, and he will move past Kiros if possible.
Okay.
And will, I think.
Okay.
And will.
Yep.
Can he do that and prep?
Yes. I'm kind of going back a bit on what I said before about how narrow this is. Like, it is.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really narrow, and yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you, but kind of just.
Hang on, just a second. He'll actually, he's got 10% action. He might use that for talking instead.
Okay.
So he'll say, I'll create a phantasm to draw fire. He's gathered that that's what's needed, a distraction, once the wall is down. So he's sort of calling that so that... Yeah.
Okay.
And then we attack, looking at Kiros.
Okay.
And then Mathan's wall goes up. That's what he's gonna... Yeah, and so prep for 90%. Thank you.
Okay. Etienne.
He'll press himself right up against the wall with his back as he was before, and continue to prep.
Done.
Will ask, let me know when you can see a nasty.
Cool. Mithan, speaking of looking for nasties, Mithan, you've got an eyeball kind of peering around that corner, staring at the wall. Anything else other than prepping?
She'll prep. She'll say, she'll say thanks, Gray. We'll fix him up. We'll check him after this, and she'll call out to the rest of the party. Demos is alive, but not in a good shape.
Cool.
Good shape. But continue her observation and calling out if possible.
Okay. Mithan, you're staring at the wall, and to your horror, you see this. No one else does. I'm not going to take people out of the room, but please, try to, best you can, at least, act on what your character knows. There is a massive smash at this wall, and I wonder if I can do this. Is that going to work? No, maybe it's not. Is that going to... Oh, maybe it is. I'll come to that in a second. And staring at it, the center of the wall, a hole about this big, smashes its way through, and you see, just for a second, Nicholas, two girthy-looking snakes smash their way through and then come back again. The heads of snakes. And I might just do a little bit of GM jiggery pokery on the map. Mithan, you've had your rounds and you haven't used it all other than prepping, and there's some communication left, is what I'm saying. So if
she'll pull back because she doesn't want to be in right from there, and she'll go, girthy snakes coming through.
Okay.
Or she'll, something that, they're coming through. There's a hole. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just a second, and we'll come on to the next person, who is, by the way... Ooh. Okay. The next person to act based on that information is the next person to act from the party is Keros, by the way. Just give the GM a chance to do a little bit of futzing with the map. Technical term, futzing. do this. It's going to work. This should work. Have a think, Keros, what you're going to do. Is that about right? Yeah, that's about right. Coming. Yeah, that works quite well. Cool. That's good. Keros. So you hear, so Mithan, you pull back. You're no longer looking at the wood wall, no longer looking at that corridor, and back to the map. Keros, you hear Mithan say something about girthy snakes, and what do you do?
Could she, for 10%, do a very safe, subtle, quick check around the corner with her head and then pull her head back round to assess the situation? And most likely she will keep prepping this round.
I'm going to say no. Because Demos is in the Etienne is in the way, and this is
Too
a very
far away.
very narrow tunnel.
Okay.
If you do have, it would take 20% to move further out and kind of squish Etienne up on the wall and look around. So if you wanted to do that for 20%, I'd say you could do that, but you wouldn't be able to continue prepping. Etienne can look around from the position that he's in, or Mithan can look out. But it's more awkward for you to do in this very, very narrowly confined tunnel.
Okay, I think she needs to prep because she's low on power points.
Okay.
She's going to do another round.
Cool.
Yep.
Done. Next up is... That is the end of the round. Unless anybody else... No one else was opportunity action. So there is definitely a hole in that wood wall. Nathan, you saw something come through. End of the rounds. We're going...
Change to initiative.
Sorry?
I've got to change to initiative, please.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. So Leif is going to cast this round, so he's going to use his spell bonus, which is plus 25 to initiative, instead of his quickness bonus, which was plus 19.
Okay.
Don't know if it's going to make any difference, but...
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. We are off. Leif, you are first to act.
So he's to hit one round prep, so he's going to be at negative 15 to this. He's going to cast a phantasm.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
D100. Crossing fingers. No! He's going to wave and gesture.
Mm-hmm. Give me a roll.
He rolled a 5.
A 5.
He's gesticulating, so he should get plus...
Yep, 5.
15.
Minus 15. Plus gesticulation of 5.
And shouting.
Yep, 15. Yep. Does he get base spells?
His base spells is plus 9.
It's 9.
Etienne's inspirations thing.
Oh.
Just a sec. Yes, thank you. And the plus 10. Yep. Just want to check. Yep. So it's only a 1 or a 2 below. The spell fails. Even with a, frankly, very average roll. So let's just check that. That was a 5, minus 15, plus shouting for 10, plus 5 for gesticulation, plus 9 for base spells, plus 10 for Etienne. Total of 24. The spell does go off.
Cool. Thank you. He will create the image of I don't know, himself. Yeah, right there, but further back in the corner.
Okay.
So his intention is to have it well lit. It's it's just a phantasm.
There is good lighting, of course, because there is still the lantern that Mithan put there, very sensibly put there. And Leif, you also placed a light spell here, and it is having an effect, by the way.
Cool, thank you. But yeah, so he's wanting it to be, he'll make it a bit larger than life, but he doesn't want it to obscure anyone's vision down that hallway, so that's why he's put it to the back corner.
Okay.
Basically. Yep. So he'll make it look juicy as a target, please.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. And he'll say, "I've cast a phantasm." Yeah. And
Okay.
That's about all he can. Oh, and no, that's it. Cool. Thank you.
Done. Done. Can you describe the phantasm, please? What does it look like? What's the description of the spell?
Spell. Yep. It is a 5th level spell. Creates the image of one object or being that will move however the caster wants, as long as the caster concentrates. When the caster stops concentrating, the image remains but stops moving. The caster may resume concentration again later and make the image move again, assuming that the duration is not. The image can be of any size that would 10-foot radius.
So is he concentrating? Is the image moving?
Yes. Yep.
What's it doing?
It will be sort of, brandishing its sword. It'll be sort of, looking ready, prepping for an attack, sort of a thing.
Okay, done.
Thanks.
Thank you. Gray, you're next.
He'd like to make his way to the edge of the little thing so he can peek out and have a look as well, see what he can see.
Okay. So there is now there's more of a gap around Mithan, etc. Where's he going to do this, Gray?
We're just next to Mythman.
Okay. Which side? That side or that side?
The side where your mouse is.
Okay. Okay. Just a second, please. All right. Okay. Okay, Gray, and what do you hang on, and we'll bring the screen back. What are you doing, please?
He just wants to very quickly poke his head around so he can see what he can see.
Okay. You see. Give me a perception roll, please.
Sure.
Yeah, I will ask. Up to you whether you want to make it a 10 or a 30.
I'll make it a 10.
Okay.
10.
10? It's another 10 tonight. What's his perception?
His perception is, I believe, 49, but let me double check that. Yep, 49.
Okay. Yeah, great. peering through this gap, and there's a gap of about that much. You only catch a glimpse, and you don't catch a glimpse of the full figure, but what you see is enough to utterly horrify you. See that?
Right. Ooh, okay. Yep, he's not going to be controlling those snakes.
You don't really see that. You don't see the head, but you see yeah, because there's a gap in the wall of where's the map? There's a gap in the wall of kind of that, which is rapidly increasing. But there's somebody that appears to have snakes for arms.
Right.
He's currently peering around the wall. What does he do, please?
Well, he's not going to stay there.
Okay.
He's gonna jump back, and I guess he's just going to prepare.
Where does he jump back to?
He's got left. Just next to Mathan.
Okie dokie. Great. Gray.
Yep.
As you move there, and as you stop there, this cold, evil arm of the grave just seeps through the wall. And I would like you, please, to make a shelling resistance roll. Just in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Coming. Cool. 1 second, please. You are what level, please, Gray? I think 8th?
He is level 8.
Do you want me to tell you what you got to beat, or do you want it to be a juicy surprise?
I like a juicy surprise.
Okay. Give me a roll, please. You want a high number.
Is that a 1d100?
Yes, please.
Okay. 88.
88!
Not bad.
So, Gray, this malevolent...
He's got a +2 as well.
A +2? You were actually fine on the 88. So this this cold feeling of just dread kind of seeps through the wall towards you, and Gray, it's just awful, but you are strong enough. There is something deep within inside Gray that just goes, no thank you.
Oof. Okay. Well, he's happy he's behind the wall again.
Yep. Okay. Next up is Etienne. Now, Etienne, all of that is unknown to you, other than being told there's girthy snakes. I'm a fun.
So, he'd like to wait to the end of the round, and then he will have a peek round, and if he's heard about, he will cast.
Sorry, I'm missing every last few words. What was that, Graham?
So he will poke at the end of the round.
Yes.
He will poke his head round the corner.
Yep.
And if there is something that he can see,
yep,
he would like to cast.
Okay, done. Done. There is more tearing, ripping sounds. Bits of the wall, now there's a hole in it, are beginning to come down a lot more readily. That hole is going to get bigger, you think, particularly with a roll like that. Kiros, what do you do?
Probably not a lot. She's not going to push past Etienne. Having probably never prepared for a spell before, what may I ask the what's the benefit percentage-wise?
This is coming from the spellcaster.
Yeah, but you know she's so clever.
So
she's being very cautious. So I don't actually know what the benefit is.
Yep. So you get a bonus to your roll. Because Keros doesn't need to prepare, she starts on a +0. 1 round of preparation for Keros would be +10. 2 rounds for preparation would be plus 20. So normally 0 rounds prep is negative 30, 1 round prep is negative 15, 2 rounds prep is plus 0, 3 rounds prep is plus 10, or 4 rounds prep is plus 20. Keros starts with plus 0 to begin with. So the maximum she can do is 2 rounds prep, which she's done at plus 20 to her roll.
Oh, so she can't just keep prepping and get...
She can.
Oh, I thought we'd be up to like plus 50 or something. So maximum plus 20.
Correct. She's got to hold her prep.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, so cautious. Look at her character development arc there.
Bit of a change, right?
Yeah. She's just going to hold fire.
Wow.
Literally.
Okay. Next is Tarquin. You've had a good look around the room. No sign of any seconds. Rod.
He's going to carefully take the ethanol off the wall and place her on the ground to see if there's any way he can help her or to see if she is alive.
Okay, well, I'll give you a choice. To pull her off, so your choice, a 40% check would be enough to see if she's breathing. 100% is to pull her off the wall with a strength roll. You can't do
Off the wall.
You pull her off the wall? Okay. Give me how heavy is the ethanol, please, Graham?
Oh, light as a feather. Hang on. I haven't had to use a map sheet for a long time.
No. Hello, Graham.
Yeah, I'm just working on it. She is. There she is. She is 150 pounds.
Okay. Not nothing. Okay, and how strong is Tarquin?
Well, is his strength you're interested in?
Plus what?
9.
Plus 9. So not massively strong. I'm going to say, Tarquin, this is going to be, this is a dead weight stuck on a wall. I'm going to say this is a medium maneuver for you. You're not massively strong, and she's moderately heavy. Give me a roll, please. It's not an all or nothing, so if you fail, you can come back to it. Well, sorry, unless you fail spectacularly, you can come back to it. Give me a roll, please.
Well, it's me, Chris. 47.
47 plus 9. She's heavy and literally a dead weight. You start moving her off, and she's bleeding heavily. Game terms, more than 5 hits a round. She's bleeding at more 5 hits a round. You get a lot of Neathanel's blood on you, and you get her 40% off the spears and off the wall. With one decent roll next round, you'll get her off.
A couple of things. Can I just check, Chris? Obviously, if she went, that would be blindingly obvious, which I presume she hasn't done. So she must look like she's dead. The second thing is, does she have anything still on her? As I remember, I think she had earrings. I think she had a necklace. She had stuff in her pockets. Is there anything still stuck to the wall, or is she just moved off?
So as previously described, all metal items on the Neathanel, earrings torn out of her ears, rings torn off her fingers, coins in her pockets, short sword, everything is stuck to the wall.
Wasn't she wearing a necklace, or was it a leather necklace?
If it involved any kind of metal, it's stuck to the wall.
Okay, that's lovely. Thanks.
One more. So you're in the process of pulling this dead weight off her, off the spikes, and you have a lot of blood, a lot of Neathlin's blood on you.
Blood schmud.
Oh, we should have negative 25 off that roll. Never mind.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
I can just shove her a little bit on, a bit more if you like.
Hexig. Yes. Right. Let me think about what to do here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bit fun. You've seen girthy snakes last round. What do you do, please?
Mathan's going to call out, make your attacks. I'm going to try and put a wall up, and so she'd like to hold her action until end of the round. End of the round. Sort of. She wants to be. She's waiting for other people to act.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oof. All right. Etienne, you wanted to do something.
Yeah. So he's going to have a little peek, and he will cast if he can see the creature that's described.
Give me a perception roll, please.
'91. That's plus 27.
Give me another roll, please.
7.
Yeah. Etienne, you peer out, and you're looking through some pretty narrow slits in your visor. You've got a full helm, generally pretty hard to see and hear, but you take in the following, and I'm going to put some images in your channel. So first of all, I'm going to take it off that. No, I'm not. I'm going to take it onto that. There we go. No, that one. That's it. So 3 figures. They're in order. The first one you see, and you don't see all of them. If you imagine this chunk, this hole has got this piece of wood has diminished and has got bigger, so the hole in the center has been torn out from last round. So you're peering through a gap, so you're missing kind of top of people's heads, but you get a sense of the figures beyond, and these are the 3 figures you see, Etienne, coming into your chats and in order. And they're obviously standing either behind each other or close beside each other. Well, no, but they're standing behind each other, sorry. Coming now, I just need to find your channel. There's your channel. Okay, first figure. First figure. Now remember, you're seeing just their midriffs, essentially. And of course, that one's the one that's... I think we're going to go with that one. Yep. And then lastly... in order. You have a very good look through the rapidly increasing gap in the wall. What do you do?
You'd like to cast, please.
Sure thing.
So he'll transcend.
Okay, yes.
90.
90. Transcend armor is successful.
He'll cast.
And cast, yes, please.
41.
Sorry?
41.
4-1.
Obviously, just 41's gesticulating, doing a hokey cokey.
Yep.
Using noise. He'll say something really poetic. And yeah.
Okay. So 41.
Yep.
And he's prepared for
3 rounds.
3 rounds, so plus 10. He doesn't get the plus 10, but you do get the plus 15. Cool. You don't get base spells. That's the result.
Yeah.
Is this an offensive spell?
Well, I call it defensive, quite honestly. I don't think... yeah, that's all who's perceiving it, but it is a Repel Undead spell.
It's a what, sorry?
Repel Undead 5.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So it's that to the roll, and it affects how many doses of undead?
5 points of undead.
5 points of undead. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Great. Sorry, just so I remember, Gray, you have a combat spell. If you just to let you know,
What was that? Sorry.
you have a combat spell cast on you. Just as a reminder, if you do go into combat, I cast a combat spell.
So it's a bit faster.
Plus, I think plus 15, but spells.
Go. Are you guys still getting every few words of Graham is cutting out? Don't know what it is, Graham. Is your phone syncing with your computer again or something? But we are getting you, but it's sounding like something's interfering with your voice or your mic.
No, I'm just sitting here.
No idea.
No idea. I'm just
Okay.
Sort of sitting here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go. Give me, please, a 1d100 roll, please, Graham, just to determine a target.
$44.
44. Okay. All right. Done. So, and you're what level, please?
8th.
8th. Okay. All right. With that roll and with all the modifiers, the baddie does get a negative to their resistance roll. They have to. Well, do you want to hear what they have to roll?
Nah, just tell me.
Okay, if they make it or not, I'm going to put the roll. Do I put the roll in the channel or not? Thumbs up, thumbs down, roll in the channel. Not bothered.
In the channel.
In the channel.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. Coming back into main game channel. Switching back to main screen. I know what they need to beat. Exclamation mark R space D100. Cross your fingers. Count of 3. 1, 2.
Nice.
Distinction of the spell, please, or definition of the spell.
Causes undead to flee or disintegrate. Hoping for the latter.
By what?
Sorry?
By what? What's the distinction between flee or disintegrate?
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Creatures and monsters provide Target entitled to an RR. If the target fails by less, it will flee. If
I missed the critic. You missed it too, Pete. Yep. That you might cut out on the critical. What was the number?
each target is entitled to roll an RR.
Yep.
If the target fails by 50 or less, it will flee. If the target fails by more than 50, it disintegrates. One base attack roll is applied to all targets for the purposes of RRs. If no, use the following.
That's all we needed. So this critter here, you see it, Etienne. This critter here, with the snakes for arms, right in front of your very eyes, there's a tearing, ripping sound,
Hey!
and it ceases to be.
Hey! Great. Well, he'll duck back. And does he have any words?
Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. Where's my...
Phew.
No, not that. No, not that either. Yeah, that.
Right. Do I get XP for that?
Hell yeah.
Good.
Killed 13th level.
Whoa, blimey. We should have stayed at home. So he'll duck back. Does he have any words?
Sure.
Snake arms down. 2 more.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, nice work, Graham. Nice work. Nice work. The paladin comes to the floor. 4, I should say. Well done, Etienne. Nice. All right. Well done. That was the end. Oh. Sorry. Yep.
Mathan was going to do her thing.
Oh, yep. Go for it. Yep.
Yeah, don't mean to game the game or meta it or whatever, but wasn't this sort of the whole plan? Etienne joined us knowing we might go to Tarek Nevin, so that's why he's a paladin in a way.
Yeah.
Well,
the goddess wills it.
Yeah.
True, well done, goddess. Good call.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Mathan will peek her head out too, and as she said she's going to do, and would like to try and put a wood wall behind the next baddie in line.
Okay. This is going to be very hard. It's very. I'm going to give you a really massive negative to this roll, so it's going to be a negative 50 to this roll.
Yep, sure. So if she can't get a good bead on where to put it, she wouldn't cast, I assume. Is that possible to do?
I'm going to ask for a perception roll, and it's going to have to be a good perception roll.
Yep.
And it's going to have to be a snap perception roll, because you can't cast otherwise. If you fail the perception roll, you can try to cast, but up to you.
Yeah.
But,
okay, cool, thank you.
But it'll have both the perception roll and the casting, because they are further back, will have a negative 50 to each roll. The casting and the perception roll.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Cool.
Give me a roll.
So perception. I hope it's masked.
Yep.
Perception was 1.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. And then what's your perception, please?
Plus 88.
Cool. And negative 20 because it's a snap perception, and negative, and then negative. You really can't see enough in there to make a informed roll. You can try, but it's going to have a hefty minus to it, at least a negative 50.
Negative 50 to the cast, and so if she makes that cast, that means the wall's in the right place.
Minimum negative 50. It's going to be more than that. She didn't make the perception roll, so she didn't. I didn't explain what I meant was going on well in my head. If she fails the perception roll, she really can't see where to put it. So she's kind of firing blind. The wall could go off anywhere.
Yep. No, gotcha. No, she will pull back, continue to prep.
Okay.
And call out. I can't see to do my wall. Let them move up.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Cool. Done. Sorry, I didn't explain that well, Pete. I meant that she needed to see to be able to where she's going to position it. Sorry, I didn't come across well.
No, that was no. Yeah, thank you. Got it. Yep.
End around, changes to initiative. I'm going to take the 6 off Leif for his last initiative. Any changes to initiative I need to make, tell me now. Going once, going twice. We're off. Leif, your first to act.
He will make his phantasm do rude gestures down the corridor and be like, fuck you guys, sort of, but still sort of making it look like it's about the phantasm's ready to sort of charge on in there, or but still not move it too much closer, or not move it any closer. But,
okay.
Make it look threatening and arrogant and shit. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he'll do that for his concentration.
Cool. So 50%. He's got 50% with his remaining 50%. Giving it the finger, all the rest. Yep.
Yeah. He'd like to do a 30% perception just because he's got.
Sure. Yep. Give me a roll.
Oopsies. Oh, jeepers. Oh man, it's a 98.
98. It's Master, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's his perception, please?
57.
Crackle of flames from down the corridor.
Yeah.
The woman's voice. What are we in? What round are we in?
The fifth round starting?
Yeah. The woman's voice is still speaking.
Cool. Thank you.
Still these rumbling words. Yep.
Cool. Thank you. He's got nothing else to do. Yep.
Cool. Gray. First thing for you, Gray, is again this. Oh no! There is no wash of horrible cold coming over you. What do you do, Gray?
Ew. Okay. He's nervous to peek around, but I think he's going to do it one more time just to see, because he can also cast a wood wall. So if he'd be able to, he would do it. So he's going to have a little peek.
So a 10% perception, is that right? So he's trying to mirror what Mithan's doing, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a roll, please.
Whatever you want. Okay. He's rolled a 3.
Well, it's masked. Could be amazing.
Yeah. Could be.
Could be. What's his? Yeah. Oh, there's a dog. What's his perception, please?
41.
41. It's even with his elvish eyesight, it's too confused in there. He really can't. He just can't. I mean, you can cast a wall, but you can't separate trying to cast it in between the horrible figures he sees moving in behind. This quite large gap in the wall now. Someone could probably force their way through that at a pinch. Okay, he pops back in. Done. Tarquin. You got 40% of your way getting a bloodied Neathanol off the wall. You want to continue that?
Yep.
Give me a roll, please.
76.
76 plus 9, neg 25. Yeah, look, 40%. I'm going to say with all of that, you pull her off, and she's on the ground. You generally ask for another round to make a perception, but I'm going to say you were up close to her, pulling her off, and you can just feel, or you can just hear, her head was slumped on your shoulder, and you can just make out the faintest sound of her breathing. It's very, very shallow, but she is breathing. She's now off and on the ground. There's a lot of blood. She has lost
How much
a lot.
round is he on?
That's it. He's done the entire round. He's got 3 words, but that's it.
Okay, he's going to yell at the top of his voice, "She's alive!"
Excellent. Okay. Snacky. Etienne.
So he'll start preparing
Okay.
and keep his back flat against the back wall, so if anyone wants to go past, they
Okay.
can do that.
Okay. Yep.
And again, would just say, keep talking, everyone. What's going on?
Cool. You hear muffled voices and the following and the noise of a door opening and footsteps. Keros, what do you do?
Can you move and hold action? Hold your spell. Sorry, not hold action. Like hold whatever that term is.
So preparations.
Hold your prep. I mean,
preparations are 90% activity. You've got 10% action to do something in.
and then it's going to take me 20% to push past Etienne and look around the corner, so I'm going to lose prep.
Etienne has specifically said he's moved with his back up against the wall. Like, he specifically said he's kind of pushed himself back, so I'd say you've got 10% to push past Etienne.
So I could push past him, look round, and cast with my prep still intact?
Pushing...
Like my pluses to my spell?
Well, the thing is, your action of pushing past Etienne would position you with no further action, assuming you're wanting to continue to prepare, standing here. So the action of pushing past Etienne, moving past Etienne, would use up your 10%. You'll be remaining there, and you'll be at the I think that's how we've played it last time.
Oh, bother.
It's just that I think that's how we played it. It's just such a confined space that shuffling past. Mithan and Grey have a bit more flexibility because there is a doorway. Mithan can shuffle a bit this way. It's much harder for you to get around and have a look. I mean, I don't know.
So essentially, I'd have to go and then cast it to not lose my, because I wouldn't be because I haven't done this before. My options are to move past for 10%.
Yep.
And cast for 75.
Yes.
And then scoot back.
With 15. Yep.
Or move past and then hold for 90% if I don't cast, but then I'm in the firing line. I can't move back. So they're my options if I'm, yeah.
I think so. Is that?
Yeah.
I think that's how we played it. Am I right in thinking that's how we played it? I think that's right. Yeah. Like, what I'm trying to get across is that's a narrow area to squeeze past. Yes.
Oh no, no, sure thing. I guess I'm just trying to work out in my head because I haven't done the prep ever before. I'm not.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure. And like I feel that there's quite a gap in that. Oh, I don't know what to do.
We did this last time, didn't we? So we did exactly this last time.
Yeah, but
I'm down.
But no,
I've got one shot at this.
No prep. So Keros has always worked on the basis she just walks out, does her thing, and then walks back. So she's never prepped before, so there has been enough action for her to stick her head round and fire. She's wanting to hang on to her prep, and that's the issue. If you're just wanting to cast at +0, could you squeeze past Etienne, have a look, and then jump back for 5? Sure. But you would lose your prep. So
yeah,
it's whether you want to it's whether you want to hold on to your +20 to your prep is the decider here. So
yeah, I do want to hold on to it. So I'm going to have to wait and just rely on someone to call out.
Yeah. You could. So your other option.
Or whatever.
So a third option is you break your preparation. You step around the corner, have a look for 10%, and then you'd still have 5% to get back. I'd give you that to get back around the corner, or cast for 75. But
I don't want to cast without prep.
But you would lose your prep.
Yeah, I don't. I literally have one shot left at this, so I don't want to just. It's not like I've got 100 power points. I can be like, yeah, whatevs. Just. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my prep, please.
Sure.
And
Done.
Do nothing. Yeah.
Okay. They're fun.
Thank you. Sorry for that. Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, Mithan will do her wee look.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, she will.
Okay.
She'll call out. Actually, no, she'll do what she did last time. Call out, do your attacks, and she'll want to go last, essentially.
Okay.
Yep. That's consistent.
Okay. There is the sound of the following. You hear footsteps, and you hear sound of a door close. Next to act is actually that is the end of the round. Mithan, what are you wanting to do?
Yep, she'd like to stick her head out, please.
Okay.
Do same as last time. Do her perception.
Give me a roll.
Yep. 12.
12. Okay, and what's her bonus, please?
88.
Very good. It's pretty dark down there, but from what you can see, the corridor is empty, and the door to the room here is closed.
Yeah, figured as much. So those people, it seems that the corridor is empty. Yeah.
Seems like the corridor is empty.
Has she got enough of a view to be able to put her wood wall across that door?
Hang on a sec. No, not from where she's at.
So not with that perception roll. Cool.
No.
She will
If she wants to go through here, she could. She'd have to climb over first the remains of the earth wall and then force her way through the gap, or at least stick her head through the gap in the wood wall to do it.
Yeah, that's because it's just too dark down there, right?
It's just hard. She can't quite get an angle on it. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. She will definitely call out. Corridor's empty. She won't duck back in, and she will move up to that. She will. She will. No, she won't. She won't move, but she'll keep looking down the corridor. Pull back if she sees any movement down there.
Mm-hmm.
But she will say, "Corridor is empty. I think I should want to put a wall across the door. Door's closed. Put a wall across the door. But I can't. But I need to get closer. Is that 10% of words? I don't know.
That's a lot.
So more. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Or however much she can say. Yeah.
Okay. Done. That's the end of the round. And I'm going to say with the door closing at this stage, we're going to come out of rounds. Amazingly.
Well done, Etienne. Far out.
That was so good.
Phew.
Agreed.
What's in the next I'm going to say 5 minutes. What does each one of your characters do? Give me a bit of a description. We'll start here with Gray, and then we'll move our way around. But this is all kind of happening at once. Gray, what are you doing, please?
I think he'd probably be quite keen to help chop up old Snake Arms so that he doesn't regenerate. Like chop him into pieces.
Okay. Snake Arms is gone. You mean
He's gone?
Tentacle Arms, who's here?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, yep. You can certainly reach him. So, Gray, you come around here, and with your magic golden axe, kind of reaching over the remains of the earth wall, you start hacking away at this person, this creature here.
Oh.
Okay. Great. Excellent. That's what Gray's doing for the next 5 or so. Mython, general intentions for the next 5 or so minutes, please.
We've truly got. She wants to put a wood wall over the door.
Okay.
Yep. So if it means she cancels her spell, dismisses her wood wall, and then jumps, whatever that takes. If smashing a hole in the ones that are moving up.
Yeah. You can. If you want, yeah, okay. So you dismiss that one.
Well, actually, or I suppose maybe the thing is she'd use 10% action to sort of inch over both walls so she can get close enough to hold her prep and get close enough. I suppose, is that fair?
Yeah, she just needs to be able to basically get a better angle on it to see where she's going.
Yep, love to do that, please.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a roll for casting, please.
Man, 96.
96. The spell goes off, and I won't do it right now, but I will do a copy of that, and a wood wall forms there. Okay.
She would, if she's got more action, or more, she would then, however much action she's got, want to check on Demos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'll do, what I usually do, and I've missed it this time, is to get a general sense, and then we talk through stuff. So yeah, she puts up the wall, and then she checks on Dennis. Cool. Moving down. Etienne, next plans for say 5 minutes.
He's going to keep his eye on down the corridor and press himself against the wall so people get past behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to. I think he's how old? I can't remember how long. A spell.
Yeah. Again, Graham, can't hear you. I lost.
How long can I hold a spell for?
How long can you hold a spell for?
I don't remember. I'm looking at the sheet. So.
Yes. Yep. It is on the. If you go to. Please. I've got some other things to do, so you can answer this yourself, please. If you go to. The chromatic codex, it's somewhere in there. It's either on magic or it's on percentage. Answer your own question, please. What else is he planning on doing?
Just keep an eye on the situation. He's not going to do anything. He hasn't got perceive.
Yeah, I got the word perceive, and keep an eye on
He's
the
gonna,
situation.
yeah, perceive.
Okay. Please check up that rule yourself. I don't have it handy. Keros, next little while, what are you planning on doing, please?
Well, she'd like to have a big sleep, but that's not going to happen. She'd like to check in with Gray, and just generally, I mean, obviously all that pressure of prepping, she doesn't need anymore, and generally just hang out, nothing
Okay.
too strenuous. Yeah.
Okay, great. Leif, you've got your mannequin down there.
He'll go and place that near directly opposite the door.
Okay.
Yep, and then he would divest himself of his remaining metal. He was already got rid of everything.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
So he will drop his sword and shield, or sword, and he will go and check on Tarquin and see if he can help. What Tarquin wants, I assume, dragging poor Neathanel's body.
Okay.
Out, but he'll coordinate with Tarquin.
Cool. All right, done. Speaking of Tarquin, you've discovered that the Neathanel's alive. Tarquin, what are your plans for the next 5 or so minutes? And they'll kind of narrate and kind of pull all that together. What's your plan, please, Tarquin?
He's ridiculously good looking, and I think probably this is the first time in a year and a half he's had the opportunity to get his kit off. What he wants to do is staunch the bleeding and then belt back to the team to see if anybody's got first aid, second aid, a spell that will stop bleeding, anything that might keep her alive.
Okay.
Yeah. So, stop the bleeding, zip back and see the crew.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, so let's just kind of, I'll do a bit of narration here. We kind of jumped the gun a little bit with Mithan. So firstly, with Gray was coming through and is out with his axe, and kind of there's this whack noise. Mithan, you've stood making sure that Gray doesn't cut your feet to bits. And after Gray's done his chopping, you've stood to one side. After Gray's finished, and you have successfully cast a wall down there, and it's now obscuring the doorway. You've just seen me add it right there. So that's good. What was your other action, Mithan, given time?
Given time, she'll check on wounded.
Okay. Yep.
Demos and Neathanel, if around, or anyone who needs attention.
Okay. That's about. It's only a minute or so to do that. So I'd say you would be alerted to going and helping Neathanel. So Gray, you've finished your chopping. Neathanel, Mithan, you've pushed past others. You've headed down here. How did you want to deal, Tarquin, Mithan, and others? How did you want to deal with Neathanel? Leif, you were saying you're getting rid of your sword, which you've now done. How do you want to coordinate Neathanel and etc.?
Pretty sure we're aware that there's drag Neathanel to Mithan.
Okay.
Would be what I think we'd discuss and decide. Yeah, cool.
So Leif, without his sword, no metal on him, Leif comes down to give Tarquin a hand. Leif, for the first time, you catch a glimpse at this room. Any action or any reaction from Leif?
Can you point out where the sword is again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely.
And she's the lady. Is the lady still talking?
Good point. Thank you. No, the lady stopped talking close on nearly 2 minutes. So whatever she said, she talked for a long, long time. This very long voice. The sword's there. So in the room, there are these two stone, 8 foot, 7.5 foot tall, 8 foot tall statues, 3 large. Tell me what they look like. Pieces of stone, and then spiky bits without any ethanol. Anything else that Leif's doing while he's in there?
Leif would be taken aback, definitely. That's full on. He'd check, the flames weren't here when you first came in, right? He would want to, he'd probably comment, let's keep away from those statues, and he'd be really upset over the ethanol. It'd be, hold it together, but yeah, not easy.
Okay.
But wanting, but also sort of after, visual impact of that room. But job to do. Let's get her to Mythan and healing as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tarquin, other than helping Leif take Neathanol out, anything that you are doing?
No, happy with that. Thanks,
Okay,
Chris.
cool. So, in the process of these 3 characters, or the 2 characters dragging Neathanol's body out, and then lastly, just quickly back to anything Keros is doing, Etienne's doing in the meantime.
Etienne will let that initial spell go.
Yep.
But in about he'll start again.
I think you said he will start preparing again. I think that's what you said.
Yeah, after 4 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So those actions have all undertaken. So how long does the figure last, please, Leif?
Good question. 1 minute per level.
Okay. Cool.
So 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Great. How long does the wood wall last? That wood wall last, and how long does this wood wall last? This wood wall and the earth wall, please.
So for Mythan's wood walls, 1 minute per level.
So 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Sorry. Yes.
Cool. And for the earth wall, please, which I think was grey.
It's permanent.
Per level, 8 minutes.
Earth wall.
I'm going to say it's been 8 minutes, so unless someone tells me differently, going once, going twice. It was Grey that cast it. Yep, it's gone. So the earth wall has disintegrated. There is a second body here, and that is the second body, which looks like that guy. Very, very icy. He's still kind of melting from where Keros smashed him with a blast of icy air. So we've got Grey there, who has just finished hacking up this body. Etienne and Keros here. Are either of your characters, other than what you described, anything Keros is doing? I meant to ask. Anything other?
No, she's good, thanks.
Okay. So you're in that process. The very last kind of blows of Grey's axe has finished. Like, he's done a really good job. You've mincemeated this corpse. There's the process of dragging Neathanol's body back down to Mythan. I've kept Mythan at the corner for whatever reason. And suddenly you're all aware of a noise coming from that room. And then And then suddenly it just goes quiet, deathly quiet. And then for a second there's this noise and this distant kind of thump. Kind of almost like a suck or a compression of air, and everything just kind of holds for a second. And then quite clearly it's muffled, but from that room you hear and the smashing of something on wood. What do you do?
Was that all of that little room?
Yep.
Oh.
GM's going to get a drink back in a second.
Have we got that sword out yet? No.
So we've got to summon more things, is it?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Has anyone got an ability to get the sword? Like,
Leaving?
a magnetism spell or something like that? I mean, Tarquin could cast Mind's Door, jump to it, grab it, and then cast Mind's Door again to come back.
I think you'll get hit by the flames again.
I think you're right.
Could we use a leaving spell on it?
does that
That would
do?
work. Neathron has one.
Yeah. Kiros has got leaving, right? 4 power
Yeah.
points. What's the range?
It might be the weight is probably the issue.
True.
From memory, I think it's higher levels. Well,
I mean, Leif's got one, but the range is only 10 foot. Could fly someone to go and get it. Don't fancy their chances. Sort of kicking myself that we didn't. Mathen didn't switch on her earbuds.
yeah. We can do it again though. I'm sure Tarquin won't mind just taking another flame for the party.
You know how it goes, mate, Nothing like a lick of fire every once in a while. Don't think there's anything
So the
else.
weight. So hang on, it's the object has a minimum weight £1 per level of the caster. Have you got leave item?
Not leave item, leaving.
Leaving, no. Well, if you can get Nathran up on her feet, she can teleport a £10 object.
How heavy's the sword?
Well, probably not that heavy, is it? I don't know.
I'll have a look.
I don't. The other thing is, I don't know how we get it out of the. You won't be able to get it past the magnet.
Well, so the other thing Tarquin could possibly do is he could cast a leaving one, so teleport himself to the sword, and then if he holds the sword, he could cast Minor Long Door, which lets him to go 100 feet anywhere, and he can pass through barriers. So he could specify that he goes to the other side of the horseshoe.
You could, but I reckon you're going to set off a flame again, don't you think?
Yeah, but that's fine if he'll take damage, but he'll only take the damage of, the very brief moment he's holding the sword in the flame.
Because I suppose if we could, yeah, well, give it a go. I guess it'd be good to grab the sword, just leave.
So the question is, how long is that corridor? Because he's only got 100 feet.
Well, Neathanol had already mapped it out, was using the same could teleport from one to across the middle to the other. So, but you
Yeah, how long is that corridor? Do we know?
can't remember offhand, but
Yep.
Chris can tell us.
GM's back. Where are you wanting to know, Tarquin, please?
So, actually, no, that's okay. I just wanted to know how long the corridor was that everyone's standing down. Is that all our little characters we can see, all of us?
Yep.
Yeah. So, say from can you just measure out 50 feet for me? Anywhere. I just want to see how long 50 feet is. Okay, fine. That's all I need to know. Yeah, so that would work. It's a possibility. He'll get burned, but I suspect, but he could do it. If spells work, I can't think why they wouldn't.
What do you? Yeah. So GM is back. There is a regular. I'm not going to do it every second, but there is a screaming, roaring noise, and there is a violent smashing at the door with large fists.
Sorry,
and we are
Chris?
going to go into rounds.
Which door, Chris?
Well, you don't know Tarquin because you're back
sorry.
here. You're back here,
Okay.
and we're into rounds. You encounter. Rolling initiative. First to act, Leif. So Leif, you and Tarquin have successfully dragged Neathanel's bleeding body, and she is badly bleeding, out to here. Obviously, a lot easier with both of you. You've divested your metal objects. From memory, you've both put them right up here. What do you do, Leif? You and actually probably makes sense. One at one end, one at the other. So tell me if not, but I think that's probably the most logical because you can't go across the corridor. It's too narrow.
Leif will. So we're not aware of the banging on the door.
Oh, you can hear banging. You don't know where the banging is, but you can hear a loud noise.
Okay. Yep. Well, Leif will say, "What's that? I think we need to get out of here. That doesn't sound good." And he'll talk to Tarquin. Well, once we've carried Neathanel further down to Mithan, say, "I'll help you get that sword if you need.
Okay. So, kind of working with Tarquin, and we can maybe do Tarquin and your actions kind of together.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Gray. So you've just finished hacking this up. You've seen Mithan securely place another wood wall here, and there's this figure of Leif here, and then you absolutely hear this terrible roaring, these strange noises coming from inside this room, certainly in this area, and then a violent bashing on wood somewhere around here. What do you do?
Very good question. I think. So I'm just going to move.
Sure.
Move to office. What do they do? I think it'd be quite keen to get. I don't know. I'm trying to just wondering if where Demos is the safest place for him, or if they'd want to move him to be where the rest of the party are.
I think a rinse and repeat would be a good idea.
What's that? Sorry.
I reckon we're gonna have to do a rinse and repeat, aren't we?
Of what we've been doing.
Yeah, we need the sword. So.
There it is again. Yeah, I think he'd definitely want to check on Keros and make sure she's okay.
Okay. Let's back down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just kind of wait for the rest of the party, I guess, to get there.
All right. Moving on to Tarquin. So Tarquin, you and Leif are kind of working together, carrying Neathanel's body. You in front, Leif behind.
Where is Mithan?
Here.
Well, I guess we're going to carry Neathanel to Mithan, and while he's doing it, Tarquin's going to tell Leif he's got a plan to get the sword, and so he's going to head back to the room. And I think he'll explain the plan to him and tell him to tell the others.
Okay, so it was a very short distance to carry, and there's two of you, so easy for you to bring Neathanel's bleeding body back and leave her at the feet of Mithon, who, by the way, is in the dark. She doesn't have light, just as a heads up. And then explain your plan, and then I'd even give Tarquin and Leif enough time to start moving back to the door, back to the flame room, if you wish. But you can describe your plan, Tarquin.
Thanks. Can you pan up a bit so we can see the whole horseshoe? It'll just make it easier to sort of explain what I'm going to do. So he'll explain to Leith what he's going to do is go back down the corridor. Then he's going to teleport himself right next to the sword. He's going to grab the sword, and then he's going to teleport himself into the corridor through the wall. Because he can teleport himself through solid materials, at which point we should all run like hell and get out of this godforsaken place.
Which part of the corridor?
Well, the horseshoe is a U, right? And then there are steps that run up, if I remember correctly. Is that right, Chris?
Yep, stairs there.
Yep. So he's going to tell him what he's going to do is hop to the sword and then teleport himself to the base of the stairs and essentially bail. So if we can keep them hidden, or in the water, so that's what he'd say. He doesn't know what's going on.
So just as a GM check, make sure you've read the teleport rules very clearly, because you might teleport into stone. So make sure you read them. Now, the Neathanel very clearly mapped out and walked out the space and the area that she was going to move to, and she had actually paced things out. Tarquin hasn't done that preparation, just as a heads up.
So he will do that preparation first.
That will.
So he will. Yeah, he'll however many turns it takes, right? He doesn't want to teleport himself into stone.
Okay. So you need to tell me what preparation that is.
So what he's going to do is come to the corner, and then he's going to pace down to the party.
Down here.
Correct. And then he's going to pace down to the stairs, so he has a clear topographical image of it in his head.
Okay.
If he can see very clearly, and he's been down here. So if he can tell how far it is by seeing, then he may know. And if you're unhappy with that, then he will pace it out.
Give me the description of the spell, please, that you're planning on using.
So as leaving one. So what leaving one is, caster teleports up to 100 feet away, except the caster can pass through barriers by specifying a direction and distance. If the arrival point coincides with solid or liquid material, the caster does not move. And they are stunned 1 to 10 rounds, and the power points of the spell are expended.
Okay. Well, let's come to that when we come to it. And to pace that out, that's going to take to pace out the dimensions.
Yep.
Is going to take 1 round,
So
2 rounds. Stop. 3 rounds, 4 rounds. 4 rounds once, because he's got to clamber through the gap in the wood wall. So that's 4 rounds. That's 40 seconds, and then he's got to get back again, which is minimum 3 rounds. So that's 7 rounds. So it's just over a minute. If he's wanting to do it.
He's not going to pace out all 3. He's going to pace out the 2 of the sides. He doesn't need to pace out the 3rd, unless there's some weird magic going on that prevents geometry. So, yep, from where he is now, he'll need to pace out towards the stairs, those 2 corridors to the stairs. 1, 2. Correct. 1, 2. Yep.
So that one and that one, I'm still going to say it's going to be about.
He's still 7 rounds at 7 rounds, Chris. I'm fine with it.
Okay, sure. Cool. Sounds good. If you want to do that prep, up to you. So
I will, Chris. Obviously, if baddies appear, he might need to do some different things, but he'll keep a careful eye on it.
Okay. So at this stage, you've put Tarquin. Was going to say you had put Neathanel's body at Mithon's feet, and then you were going to head back down to this room. I now understand, correct, you're going to be forcing past your party mates and going and measuring out these tunnels, correct?
And he'll explain to them what he's doing as he goes. Yep,
Okay.
correct.
If Leif hears the explanation, Leif will interrupt and say, you only need to teleport back to here. You don't need to take that time to measure the rest of it.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guys' rounds are done and we're moving on. Too much time. Okay. There is more strange chanting from the room. Weird, very, very weird sounds. And this time, yeah, strange noises coming from that room. Voices, number of voices, quite a few voices, raised in song, perhaps. Sounds like something building inside there. Mithan.
Can Mithan hear that as well?
Yes.
Can you remind me how far down we are below that temple?
Not far. I think I said about 30 foot, 20, 25, 30 foot.
Right.
Not deep. Not deep.
Yikes. She'll call out, I reckon we need to get out of here. And she will... Yeah, she will, I suppose what she needs to do is she needs to bandage Nathanel. That's what I think she would see as her immediate thing if someone, a friend's bleeding out. So, she would want to do bandages. I should be looking up how long that takes.
Yep. Please. So I'll leave you there.
Yep,
with that.
yep.
Thanks, Pete. Keros, you're next. So you've heard all of this, and indeed the strange sounds.
Could she? Is there any space to move up slightly? Not to knock Etienne out of the way, or is that?
You can move part. Well, I don't know where you're planning to move to.
Well, not outside of that corner, but just a bit closer, so it's less. As far up as she can.
Yep. So she.
In anticipation.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, after you.
It just in, and then she'd like to start prepping in anticipation that she might have to move around and cast.
Okay, sure, done.
Thank you. And I'm really sorry. I'm nodding off. I'm going to have to call it there. I know it's only 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Stay alive.
Good job tonight.
Bye,
yeah,
Keros.
Thanks. See ya.
You.
Etienne.
I think he's going to signal that better to get out of here as a group, and he'll shout that.
Okay.
And come back once maybe this thing is reset. When the planned again.
Hey, Graham, I got 3 words of that. Can you say it again, please? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Currently, yep.
Good. I'm not moving. I don't know what this is. He's going to call that we think we should go, regroup, and leave, and come back with a plan when we're fit and healthy.
Okay, he yells that. Sure. Anything else he does?
Keeps on preparing and looking at the door.
Okay. There's splintering sounds of wood shattering. Something big or something hefty is smacking at the wood that's here, for sure. For sure. And that is the end of the round. Do we want to call it there tonight, guys, or do we want to do one more round? Call it there. Thumbs up for calling it there. Done.
Yep. Where's second aid or first aid?
There we go. Into rounds next time.
I think Etienne definitely gets Player of the Day award.
Excellent.
Yep.
Well
Right.
Yeah.
well deserved. Well deserved.
Thanks.
There we go, folks. Credits are rolling. Excellent tactics for having the paladin down in the depths of the dungeon. Goodness. What is going to happen now?
Bandaging is 1 round per point of bleeding.
So that's 6 rounds, a minute. 1 precious.
Yeah, no, she's gonna. Yeah, anyway.
Something for next time.
Yep. Alright. Very cool. Sort of ups and downs. I thought we were out of it, and then the bloody summoning or whatever they're doing.
There we go. Recording is